Please just start one step at a time.
Only a passport. I actually had 4 passports.
Like it's very easy.
Before I could travel, 4 passports. She only had 1 passport and she traveled.
Yeah.
Like a shot in the dark, my heart it goes crazy. Too much symmetry, fall into it. I wanna drift asleep, tangled in your sheets. I wanna hear you say
Music
my
licensing
name
reimagined.
forever. Tell me I'm ecstasy, everything you need. I wanna know you'll chase me to the clouds. I can see it in my head, it's better than the others. I know it could be the best, yeah, I could be your lover. You don't cross my mind cause you're living it. If you were on.
Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for always tuning in. I love you guys. Thanks for the love so far. And if it's your first time here, thank you for coming. I bet you're going to enjoy it here. My name is Adedoyi, and on this channel we talk about lifestyle, God, marriage, motherhood, sewing tips and everything in between.
So yeah, I'm just here to talk about the migration process.
So note, we are not an immigration expert. We are just here to tell you our own experience so you can learn from it.
Application was submitted, we got our nomination, and we got our 600 points.
Yes.
And that sort of boosted our express entry federal skill worker points to about 1,000 or thereabouts, right? And that was how we received our invitation to apply. It was very, exciting period for us as a family. The birth of our son and then nomination from Manitoba. It was a very good period for us, right?
And we started having the issue of when are we going to do his own passport.
Yeah.
We didn't know that we can even do it as early as 2 days, 3 days before the
Yeah, but honestly, I wouldn't want to risk that. A new child, COVID was still much in the air in 2021. The fact that you have to take a baby, you have to take a baby to
passport office, that's stress of passport office.
Too many people around and stuff. So we wanted the baby to sort of grow a bit. It's a personal decision, right? Some people can say, oh, they take the baby 2 days.
Yeah, but we saw some people doing 2 days.
We were like,
even before the naming,
like,
small children.
It won't happen like as long as we have enough days, right? We had 60 days, so we sort of.
We waited till after 41.
After we got the nomination, right?
Mm-hmm.
This first step you would take, right? We made that mistake. You need to start applying for medical appointments. You need to start applying immediately. You get the nomination. Believe you me, in the next draw by the express entry, you would get your invitation to apply. So that was the mistake we made. Immediately we got nomination, we didn't apply or book for medical appointment, because if you don't book and you have 60 days to submit, inclusive your pre-medicals. Some people say you can start submitting or after submitting. That area I'm not too sure, but we just went with the general should we say, thought process of getting your medicals done, and when you get the proof of your medicals, you submit it along with your application. So that was what we did. But there's this technicality around that. You can do it before or after. So I don't want to go into that because I'm not too clear about it. But what we did personally was that immediately we got the invitation, we also booked for medical as well. But we booked late and we didn't get a slot. Now, we had Q Life and IOM to choose from. IOM is more expensive, Q Life is better. Not that it's not expensive or compared to IOM. Now, the reason why we choose Q Life, right? The reason why we didn't choose IOM is because IOM was in mainland. It's more preferable for us because we're staying in mainland. We couldn't get a slot.
Yeah, we did.
In 2021. We have to wait till 2022 for the medicals, and we have to do it that year because we have to submit before Christmas. So we had no choice. We got ITA in October and we had 60 days to submit, right? All our applications for the federal skilled worker express entry. So what we did was that we got Q Life appointment, applied for it. Before we can apply for it, right, the passport of our new baby has to be available. So you can see the technicality. So I applied based on three members of the family. I did not include my son in the application. But what I did later was, after his passport was available, I now sent a message. I called them. I got somebody that knew somebody.
Nigeria, you have to know somebody to know somebody.
And then they connected us, and we were able to increase our family size from 3 to 4. Right after we've gotten our passport. Getting the passport is another thing entirely.
We have to look for someone that knows someone. We need to talk about the police this thing.
Police clearance certificate is a different thing. Yes, we submitted that in Manitoba for Manitoba application. Getting police clearance, in fact, I pity those people getting the police clearance.
I think
it's 40k, about 40.
50.
Is it 40
I thought it was
50K?
50.
So 50k now compared to like 5,000, 8,000. People were getting 3,000 as at then in 2021. Now it's 40,000, 50,000 now. Imagine you doing it for you and your partner. That is about 100,000. So for police clearance certificate. So we submitted that for our Manitoba
we did ours
application.
For 7,000.
Yeah, about 7,000.
But now, as at now, Nigeria is between 40 to 50.
50,000, I think. And you can imagine if you try to fast track it, they might be going as far as...
Even we going there, we have to call someone that knows someone to make things easy.
And so we have to be there physically. You have to be there for your police clearance, your character certificate and stuff. So yeah.
I think when you're going there, you can't carry bag. There was some sort of rules and regulations.
Which one we got from the group was that there was no parking space per se. That parking space would be an issue, right? And I was still working. I couldn't go very early, right? And I couldn't find a space to sort of park. So what we did was we took Uber down to the place so that we won't start getting, agitated with parking space and stuff. So those are one of the few tips.
What happened?
After the medicals, we submitted 23rd of December. Yeah,
2021.
2 days before Christmas. In fact, 2 days before the 60 days was going to elapse. Imagine having a system glitch at that process, but God helped us. Nothing happened. We submitted, we acknowledged, and everything was fine. And then we waited. Mind you, we are always active in the Telegram group. Not active per se, talking, but we were listening to the information, seeing what is happening, who is getting movement, who is moving,
and the more they've gotten
to, and stuff like that. So the group really, really helped us.
Yes.
It sort of encourages you, so that you're not the only one in this journey. Because you have to be mentally tough and ready for the journey, right? So that you don't give up at the end of the day. So I think in January, was it January or February? In February, we got a first good update. We passed our medicals, and then we got an update that we should go and proceed with our biometrics.
Yeah.
So once we got the update now, the excitement, we are getting there.
We've seen a ghost update. That is always funny.
And then we had to go and do biometrics on the island, and the Canadian immigration. We had lots of countries.
That was this thing that you can't bring your bag in.
You can't bring anything
camera,
and we couldn't drive because there was no parking space as well. Yes. So we took Uber.
That's true.
But the biometrics is just for
me and my husband.
For adults.
So just put your mind in this. The rules and regulation there is as in they take their stuff serious there. So they don't take things easy. So when you are going, just listening to instruction and listening to whatever the person that is there is telling you, because they can get on your nerves too, but you just have to. They know that the reason why you are here.
They might even delay you. They might not deny you per se, they might delay you from getting access to the building. Just do primary school children and just do whatever
you want to do.
And then leave there, because you don't, maximum you probably spend like 1 hour.
Yeah, that's
1 hour. Yeah. Honestly, you won't take too long in the biometric center. The
only
only issue is if you get there like ahead, there is no space for you to hang around. And trust me, there are a lot of people hanging around there say they want to help you with photocopy, right? So get everything you need before getting to the biometric center, so that you don't start, moving here and there, you misplace something. You don't want to do that. And like I said, parking space is an issue.
When you get there, you see a lot of people outside. Everybody is going to different countries.
Exactly.
So don't be discouraged. This line is long. Just tell your line.
You book for your time.
You book for your time. So they will call the time when you get there.
So it's not an issue. Your time would always be there. So you don't You just need to be there at the right time so that they won't start asking you, you're supposed to come out at this time. So yeah, we got the biometrics, got inside, did payment, moved line, you start shifting. Everybody did their biometrics and we are out like in an hour or hour 30 minutes. It didn't take long. Yeah. So after the biometrics, automatically that will be updated in your express entry application. But we didn't see anything. We didn't see any updates. I think when we started getting to March, right, we got we became very anxious of what was happening. So by April, I was really getting tired and frustrated of calling and not getting any positive response as to the status of our application. We were always told it was pending because you had to pass eligibility, you had to pass criminality. I think it was the criminality we passed.
Yeah, we passed that.
The criminality because your police clearance certificate has been submitted.
Yeah.
So that one, they said we passed that. Then they had some background checks and then security. And
I didn't even know that particular stuff that was holding us.
it's the eligibility now. The eligibility is the critical one, right? It's the one they have to check all your documents, your proof of fund, your education, your wealth, all those things together, and your knock, right?
Yeah.
We have not mentioned since the video that the knock you choose, that's national occupation code, right? There is a knock that you have to select for your work experience, right? So that knock is very critical. Very critical. So it's very critical, especially for the eligibility, because I think they used to use code 0ABC before. I think last year they upgraded it to tier 1. I think tier 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not sure. They've sort of changed the knock now. So you just need to be sure that you are within 0, 1, and 2 now. I'm not too sure, but 0AB is what we were in. We were within 0AB knock at the time. So your occupation really matter. No matter the occupation you are, your code, you will see a code that is similar. If not entirely the same, you will see a code that is similar to yours. So you need to know the right code you are selecting.
Yeah.
So we waited till April. We didn't call May. We left it. At some point, Congo was not going through. We couldn't get through to them. And then June, and then July.
I think 2 days or 3 days ago, they sent you a message.
No, the message did not come. There was no notification for the ghost update. You won't get notification.
Okay.
The only notification you get is when you are asked to go for your biometrics.
Okay.
But every other ghost update, you will not get anything. You have to check, right? You just log in to check your application, and there's a particular message you will see that you know that this is a ghost update. People call it ghost update because it's just an indication that they are working on your file.
When they, maybe
you won't know.
When they
you won't know. Some people say they check
like monitor it.
Yeah, they check it like every other second. So people check like back to back. But I don't have the energy to be checking the application to log in. But fortunately, sometimes in July, I think it was early July, I just logged in and I saw that ghost update. I don't shouted though. There's ghost update. Like, because when you start seeing that ghost update, that's some level of assurance that their file is being picked up and they are working on it. Right? And people usually see between 3 to 4 ghost updates, right? During that long wait.
I think we're not even sure if our own was 4th.
We saw 3. We saw 3. I think I was sure that we saw 3. So we saw the first one that gave us that hope and assurance after we submitted. So in July we saw the first ghost update, and then the second or third day like that we saw the third ghost update, and then the fourth time we saw within that same week. Then we knew it was coming.
Canada.
Then we knew it was coming. We knew it was coming, and then we just waited. We just chilled. I think it was around July 7th or 12th. I'm not sure the precise date.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And then
we just got the
passport request came. Bah!
Hey, God! Come and sit down.
It was a big turnaround. Like everything around me just changed. Like everything.
That particular time, let me just tell you. After that day like this, if you just wait my honestly, I will not say anything.
Exactly.
I'm leaving this country. If you drive, I just drive. I'm not more
I
even
will just,
scotch.
I will even apologize on his behalf.
He
Sorry,
doesn't
thank
want
you.
trouble.
I will just apologize. Anybody, I'll just be going my separate way. I'm now a Canadian. Let me not,
Yeah,
let me
that's
not
what you say. I'm
behave.
not a Canadian.
Let me not
Stress.
behave irrational. Let me not behave irrational.
God.
So that the whole euphoria of getting that
Yeah.
passport request was just was a different feeling entirely. And mind you, whatever you believe during that process, just whether you want to pray to God, whether you want to, we were constantly praying for it because we wanted it. That was one of our top prayer
Points
requests
as a family.
every single day. Right? That's our first prayer. Even though we are not seeing, we're not getting that green light.
Babe, we forgot to talk about the passports that we snapped.
Yeah.
The sizes.
Yeah.
What's the passport for again?
So there are two different passports, right? The first one you submit, the first one you submit, that one is for your normal application, and then the second one you submit is after you've gotten the passport request. That's the one you submit to your to the visa application center. Yeah, then they will sign, give you your COPR, and then
you see the money they used to collect for that passport.
or just passport.
And sometimes they used to reject that passport. When you come to Canada, you come and stop on that one. So
especially the one for your COPR when they stamp your passport.
Once the years is Canada or anything like this, big money for passports.
Yeah.
So after we got the PR, we packed our document, our passport, and we looked for the visa office that is really working fast as at that time, because we don't want any delay again. Because I remember people were using Nigeria passport office, and after some time it was taking time. People were using the one in UK. After some time it was taking time. So we have to look for the one that was close, the one that was fast at that time. I think it's Kenya. We used Kenya
Canada Visa Office. So there are many Canada Visa offices all over the world. You can use passport request. They will tell you probably the one you should go to, but it does not necessarily mean you should go to that one. For example, they told us to submit at Montreal.
Montreal.
Was it Montreal? Montreal in Canada. No, but we choose Kenya, and it worked out.
I think
it worked out fine.
3 weeks or 2 weeks.
About 3 weeks, after we submitted the application. So.
And after that, once you just do your PR, if you know that the the visa office that you send it to is going to be fast, you can start booking your tickets.
Exactly.
The money will not be too much.
The closer you get to the date you want to travel,
the more the ticket money will be higher. And I remember that we wanted to sign for our own wanted to sign for first week of September, but my mom was like, there's a particular way you can track your PR if they've done it a particular stage. So my mom was like, let's just wait. I mean, wait this.
So when you submit your document for the passport, so she was saying immediately we got the invitation passport request to submit passport. She wants us to book.
Now. Okay, she wants
us to book for. Especially we wanted to book for KLM. We wanted to use KLM. So we were searching. We've gotten a particular day, but I said let's chill because KLM only do I think 24 hours or 48 hours. Right? They only do 24 or 48 hours for the flight, and we were targeting a particular date. So we weren't too sure. I booked the KLM after 48 hours. It expired. I didn't follow up. I didn't pay for that particular one, and then we waited for when we got the counterfoil. So counterfoil is the passport page, right? Once they put that counterfoil on your passport, they will notify you via email or via your application that they've put up the counterfoil, and that way there's no going back. That's the guarantee that everything is set. So it was when we got the counterfoil that we booked the flight. KLM at that time the prices had surged up. I don't know if it was during dollar scarcity and stuff. It just went up, so we couldn't even think about going for KLM. We searched. We looked for other airline. We couldn't get anyone, so we now had to go for Ethiopia airline. And
we are here now.
At the end of the day, So,
thank God we are here now.
So for me, I think the whole journey was an experience, right? It's going to teach you patience. It's going to teach you long suffering, perseverance.
And show how determined you are to things.
Exactly. So it shows, it really shows you that, if you want something, right,
Just go for it.
just go for it. Just continue to believe. Just be optimistic, right? Always start with a step, right? Remember that we already started with a step by having our education credentials evaluated, our passport ready, our first daughter passport ready. Even though we just had all those things ready, we were just waiting, anticipating that something will happen. We had that faith, right? Even though we didn't know that the relation was going to sign for us, we didn't even know how the relation just came in all of a sudden. So anything could happen. Some people go through job routes, some people go through province routes, some people go through schooling routes. There are different routes you can adopt. Any of the routes is not easy for you to actually get it, but if you persevere, if you continue to get the right information from people, definitely you will achieve whatever you want to achieve. Just like you starting to learn a new skills, right? It takes a lot of time, right? And this journey is also a lot of time. You have to have patience, and you have to be determined.
And don't forget the part of prayer. God. If God does not want you to be in this journey, He will not even put it there.
He won't conceive it in your heart
at all. So I know some people say I have to hear from God. Yeah, it's good to hear from God, but at the same time, once
you think about it already,
that means God is telling you something. And when good things are happening around you, that means God is in your vicinity and is ready for you to take a step. So please just take a step if you want to start this journey, and if you're thinking of how to start this journey, please just start one step at a time.
Only a passport. I actually had 4 passports.
That is very easy.
Before I could travel, 4 passports. She only had 1 passport and she traveled. So it's always about, imagine if I said all the money I've used for getting a passport, exam, and I said I'm discouraged and stuff. It was only after my 4th passport I was able to travel. By the way, I traveled to Asia. I traveled to Philippines. I don't know what I was looking for.
You were looking for this to go.
I traveled to Philippines anyway.
So that's the end of the video. I hope you learned one thing or the other. And see, I dragged him here, and I have to thank you for coming. At least I imagine
before you see me.
Maybe what
before you see me again.
That's why it's busy God. So let me just thank you for coming, because I can't imagine only me talking about this, because I'm not really the one into the whole process. It's the one, and I really appreciate you for coming. Thank you, baby. You're welcome. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Babe, tell them to subscribe and like my channel.
Please.
Don't forget to like.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment,
and share.
And share. Please share so that you patronize her. You're not selling anything, but just patronize our videos, like, share, comment, subscribe, so that this message can also sort of motivate people. It's just to motivate people who are about starting, or people who are in the process or the journey already. You can achieve. I think it's just motivation, right? Just to motivate you that you can do it. It will take a while, but just stay in there, and I believe you got this. So share this video to your friends that want to travel. Bye. Cheers.